Hey everybody. I wanted to come on here and do an update from March 4th, the event we did, Restoring the Gate to the First Coast out of the Seawalk Hotel at Jacksonville Beach. It was a great day, albeit we had sound trouble, we had drizzling rain. Overall, we had, I'm not sure how many, somebody said over 100 people, 90, 180, 90, 100 people that came in and out and stood with us for 4 or 5 hours as we did this prophetic act, if you will, of restoring the gate, and I believe much was accomplished. We never really thought that we would accomplish literally one time and finished on Saturday, March 4th. We always thought, we being my friends that are in this with Jeannie and I, that it would not be just a solitary event or just a meeting and then we all go about our life, that to truly restore the gate, if you will, the spiritual gate, our personal gates, to restore gates, period, is a process. And as Dr. Bill Hurst spoke about the process in Nehemiah, where Nehemiah went and he scouted out the city first, he scouted out the walls, and then he came back, he had a plan, he gets the letter from the king. It's so rich in there. And with that being said, I just want to take this time to just do an update going forward. What we'll be doing is April 15th, Saturday at 5 o'clock, April 15th on Saturday at 5 o'clock at the Seawalk Hotel. We will be continuing, and we are going to do, we've decided to do a monthly meeting, once a month, at least for now. It may increase from there, we're not sure, but once a month on a Saturday, and we'll whether we do it a certain Saturday or not, but for now it's going to be April 15th at the Seawalk Hotel. We'll have a worship night. We will there'll be some teaching on gates, because with the goal being we have a couple of things that we're seeing is, what is the process of restoring the gate to the First Coast? What does that look like? What will it entail? Who are the watchmen at the gate? Getting them set in place. Who are the gatekeepers? And if we stay with the Bible as the shadow of the Old Testament, shadow of the New Testament substance as our template, I believe we can't go wrong as God reveals to us what he wants us to do out there. I want to thank everybody that came out and helped really quickly. I just want to take a minute and thank folks that helped us do March 4th, which was restoring the gate to the First Coast. And I want to thank Marshall Combs, Lori Dresbach, Sarah Wilcox, Walter Quiet, and Paul Jordan, musicians, Dr. William J. Hurst, Dr. Bill Hurst and his wife Ellie Hurst, who spoke. I want to thank Ray Hughes, Rob Knutson, Keena Cowsert with Prayer Link Ministries. Keena spoke, and came all the way up from Bradenton, Florida, to do that for the weekend. Ken Malone, Dennis Roop, and Amy Hunsicker, two prophetic friends of mine who operate powerfully in prophetic ministry, and we didn't hear from them much, and I'm sorry we didn't hear from Amy at all, but I was hearing from them, and they were hearing from God, and I'm very grateful they were there. Jason Knapp, again, is an incredible talent that we're going to hear more from. The Seawalk Hotel, Jimbo Stockton, Bowen Slade, Kenny, who cleaned up the mess afterward. Kenny, we love you. David Lyons, who did so much to help us do this whole thing. Russ Welch, who has just been a part of it all along. So I want to thank those folks. And we are going to go forward with restoring the gate, the process. And I believe that we're gonna, what the Lord is showing us, that as we restore the gate to the First Coast, we will hopefully learn what it means and what it looks like to restore the gates to the state, to the region, to the country, and then to the world, to the nations. So that's not, I did a video a couple of days ago, and it was really good, guys. I mean, it was anointed, but I had not ironed my shirt, and so Jeannie scratched it. So You know, sometimes I don't iron the back of my shirt and it doesn't matter unless I turn around, but I had not ironed the front of my shirt this time. She said I could not post that video on Facebook. So I think this one looks pretty good. I also want to take the next update that I want to give you is coming out of March 4th. And this has been a long time in the making, but it's I Am Sent Ministries, mine and Jeannie's and Connor's ministry. We are launching Hopeland Church. Hopeland Church, which many of you have heard about, but if you haven't, Hopeland Church, you can read about Hopeland Church and Hopeland, the property. Hopeland property, it will be a respite and resource center for families battling autism or any diagnoses of autism and or any special needs that that they need community support, resources, help. Our own journey has put us in a place to where our ministry, it's been on our website for 7 years, and 7 years ago this month, April actually, or March, end of March, that the idea for the Hopeland Respite and Resource Center came about. So it's interesting that 7 years later now we are launching. So April 14th, Friday, April 14th is a Friday at 6 p.m. at Christ the Messiah Church on San Jose Boulevard in Mandarin. It's right next door to Bowles School. I'll be doing more updates with the exact address where you can learn more, but we're starting Hopeland Church. It's a beautiful campus. We want to thank Pastor Ed Bez, Pastor Rachel Bez, senior pastors there, Pastor and Pastor Bill Hurst, and Ellie Hurst, his wife. They're the associate pastors, if you will, the partner pastors there. And we are just, these folks are becoming very dear to us. They have a beautiful campus. I want to say it's 4 or 5 acres, somewhere in that area, of shaded property, old live oaks, and we there's a tent that seats a couple hundred people, 200 or 300 people, has sides on it. It's a nice tent, and we have strapped it down. We've got it secured. We'll be doing our meetings in the tent, weather permitting. If weather's not permitting, we'll move into one of the sanctuaries. But they have given us access to their church and their campus to launch Hopeland Church, which will be a church we're geared to including special needs families that because of behavioral problems with their kids, hyperactivity, just whatever the behavior problems are, and we do understand that. We understand the challenges of raising special needs children. We understand the challenges of doing life in a war zone, and we understand the need for community, for love and support, and that's what Hopeland, the church, will be. Hopeland, the respite center and property, will grow out of that. So on April 14th, Friday, April 14th, 6 p.m., Christ the Messiah Church. Contact me. I'm going to put a link here to the website and a phone number so anyone can individually contact me. We're going to have a potluck. We're going to go over what the vision of Hopeland Church is, which will entail facilitated communication for nonverbal folks that are nonverbal. It's a skill that Connor has learned and we've been doing for about 7 years. Facilitated communication, Jeannie, the gut and psychology syndrome, diet, ways of eating that literally Hopeland Church is going to be geared for community. It's going to be a place of healing. It's going to be a place of kingdom healing as we unveil the strategies God has given us for bringing Connor out of the diagnosis of severe, aggressive, self-injurious autism, out of the war zone of living with that. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But just out of the stress of that, we're in a completely different place and want to be able to minister to families on this beautiful property so our kids will love it. They'll feel at peace there. We're being welcome there. Again, we want to thank Pastor Ed and Rachel Bez, Dr. Bill and Ellie Hurst for catching the vision and allowing this to happen. So that's where we're going, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm going to put a link up here to the website. It's I Am Sent, IAMSENT. If you don't understand my Southern dialect. I Am Sent Ministries .org, but I Am Sent, it'll pull you right up. I think it'll be the first thing that comes up on Google, and it'll have some information about Hopeland there. If you're struggling with special needs individuals, if you're a family with a diagnosis of autism in your family, and struggling to be in community, to have a church family, to be included without being embarrassed to come to a church service because of the behaviors of your children, we want you to know that we understand there's healing, there's hope for even the most severe cases, for the moderate cases, obviously, and for the higher functioning cases, there's tremendous hope of not just taking care and managing, of healing. Okay, so I'm careful how I say that, but our experience is showing, and thousands of people in Europe, their experience is showing that we don't have to accept the consequences of this diagnosis. And so we'll go more into that. That's what Hopeland Church will be. We're launching April 14th, Friday at 6 p.m. under the big white tent at Christ the Messiah Church. We love you guys. Thank you.